Summer Walker shows why women should not listen to people who are celebrities.
But the craziest part be when I see somebody be like, oh, you are your third baby daddy. And people just talk about me having kids like they were accidents. I just seen somebody say some crazy. They were never accidents. They were all on purpose. Anytime I get pregnant, it's on purpose. I have enough money to not have a baby if I didn't want it. Yep, I gotta do this tour first. Gotta do this tour first. And I'm hoping and praying I have twin boys again after tour. That would make my life. Like, that would really make my life.
Okay, I don't know nothing about
She's a
Summer Walker.
she's an R&B singer. She's one of the bigger R&B singers that's out right now. One of the few that's able to actually get through and actually get an audience and stuff like that. Well, she's become more visible as time has gone on. Because at first, like, you just heard her music.
And I'm assuming she got baby daddies.
Yes.
She has 2.
And how many kids is she? Well, I'm assuming she is.
She has 3 kids.
'Cause
She
one is
has
a set of twins.
So if she has another kid, it'll be her third baby daddy.
So
I don't know if she's going to say anything that's going to make us change.
I'm just like,
anything we would say about her.
she got the money to do whatever she need to.
Right.
If she didn't want kids, and none of her kids were an accident. They were all intentional.
Right.
Yep.
I'm just like, okay, so I mean, it could have been that she was, the relationships that she was in, she thought that it was going to be a thing, maybe it was going to last forever.
Right.
And they want to have kids together. Ladies, why? Why are we allowing ourselves to give men children who are not fully committed to us? No! Why are we giving up our womb, our insides, to someone who is not committed to us, yes, in marriage? Not, this is my girl, this is my man, oh, we together forever, whatever. Put a ring on it, for real. Show me some real commitment.
Yep.
Because all this is just lip service.
Yep.
Why? Why would you allow yourself intentionally to get pregnant by somebody that is not fully committed to you? And we wonder why we got all these issues. That's just such an ignorant mentality to have, because it's perpetuating the rate of single motherness in our communities, which is obviously not a good thing. Like, there's so many statistics out there that show children growing up in a single parent home, specifically single mothers, unfortunately, those children, they tend to be worse off, especially male children.
Yep.
Which makes sense, because a woman can never teach a man how to be a man, because they're not one. And don't get me wrong, I hope that ladies who are watching this can hear me, because I grew up in a single parent home. My mom is a rock star. Okay, next to Jesus. Okay, my mom is a rock star. I don't believe that there's anything that she can't do if she put her mind to it. However, when it comes to the whole thing as far as raising a male, that's just common sense, ladies. We will never understand what it is to be a man, because we are not one. And that's okay.
Yes.
That's why God, yes, Jesus gave us both male and female, mommy and daddy, because you need both to be able to instill certain things in women children as well as men children.
Yeah, that's true.
Girls need their father as well. They need to be able to understand what to look for in a mate as they get older. They need to understand the way the world works, as far as like there's consequences. They have to understand certain disciplines and things of that nature. And it hit different coming from a guy. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. It hit different. Okay? Because I see the difference with me, and my husband when it comes to our kids.
Yep.
I discipline our children, but it's something about that bass.
I'm all about that bass,
In the throat right here.
Right here, right here, this.
Like, when he speak versus when I speak, we watched a video a while back. Like, it's scientifically proven. It's something about the octaves in the female voice that it doesn't even register sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
especially to boys.
Yeah, to boys.
Seriously? Yeah.
So there's a difference with having a father figure in the home. So for you to intentionally be like, you know what, well, yeah, I'm going to have another kid, or whether hopefully I have, twins or whatever. I could rock with that if your intention is that that's going to be with your husband, not just somebody that you're dating.
Come on now, dog.
And you have no intention necessarily of it being like a lifelong commitment. Why?
I don't understand why you're doing this.
It doesn't work, y'all.
Pretty sure it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work. And we're putting our children at a disadvantage from Jump Street. From jump. I don't care if that hurt your feelings. It's not intended to hurt your feelings. It's just point blank period.
Period.
That's facts.
Facts.
Stuff happens. I get that. But for you to intentionally do that, that's dumb.
Meanwhile, on the planet, this dumb as hell.
I'm sorry, it is. That's just dumb.
Damn.
I don't get that.
Number one, even we didn't have access to the information that we have now because we were not as studied in it as we are now. Besides a lot of the, pushback and the comments that we get from you guys, thank you for that. Then there's, the videos that we watch that then spurn us to go and do our own research on certain things. Like I didn't understand or know that there were any stats about motherless homes until we got here. Now, yes, back then it used to be like, a woman can't raise a boy and all of that other stuff. And you just sort of took it and just went with, it makes sense. Yeah, because we different. All right, cool, move. Okay. But now you start to understand some of the reasons why, like this research that we found. Thank you for remembering that. I forgot all about that. Like sometimes your son literally does not hear you over him playing the game or playing with his figures or action figures.
And if you are still here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, okay? Because we like commitments over here.
That's right.
All right.
And we don't give up the draws without commitments.
Yes.
We's married.
We won't be just popping out kids.
We's married now.
Okay, just for anybody.
We don't drop kids like that.
So hit that subscribe button. Let us know that you're here and you fully committed.
Yeah.
All right.
Over here, we got to be married like 7 years before we drop kids. As much as men and women are the same, some of our differences make big differences in the way that we act in our homes and towards each other. Our world is a lot harder than y'all's, lady. And I don't mean in the sense of, you have so much more privilege than us and all that. I'm not talking about that at all. Our world is harder in that men and the way that they relate to each other is very different than how women relate to each other.
Okay.
Some of it is a biological thing, and then some of it, I think, is the way that we are taught. I do think that there is a component about that. But men are taught to survive a world that doesn't care about them.
Well, you got that right.
It was a man's world, they would say, but the reality is you're still competing with all other men for the jobs, for the women, for everything, right? There is no cushion for us. There is no being fat shamed for a guy. Nobody cares if you don't make enough money. Go out and get another job. You're not going to get any help. So we live in a world where it's a harshness for men. And it always has been, because if it wasn't the government and society, it was just fighting other men.
Damn.
Me going out by myself, me going out with my family, I get a different vibe, especially from men, because men will give you a little bit of grace unless they're the little knuckleheads running around listening to certain types of music and shooting at each other.
What is wrong with you people?
Men need to be raised in the reality that they're going to face when they walk out of the door. Should there be a group of people who should fight for things to be better and for us not to attack each other and all of that stuff? Fine, sure, that's great. That's not what's outside of my door. I'm preparing my son for what happens when he walks out of this door, not for what the world should be in 20 years. And if he's able to walk out and the world is different in 20 years and guys aren't cutthroat like that, that's all great. But they're not like that in other countries. And everybody thinks because America is in the position that they're in that we will never be invaded and we'll never have to deal with a war and we'll never have to deal with people coming at us and we're never going to have to deal with people from other countries coming over here who don't care about the type of society that we're trying to build and are going to live the way that they live in their country. You will always, as a man, have to deal with other men coming at you a certain way, and you have to understand how to navigate that. That is what I will teach my son. And the reality is a woman does not know how to teach that because that is not her lived experience. In the same way that I would never tell a woman what a woman is, a woman cannot tell a man what a man is.
Big facts.
And that's okay. We're supposed to cooperatively raise children. That's part of the reason why we do that. And that's why we should respect each other's position and respect each other's experience and the opinion that they bring into the situation. You should not have children with anybody who you do not respect enough to come into your situation and say, this is my lived experience as a man, this is my lived experience as a woman, and this is what I bring to the table when it comes to us possibly having children. I put it to you like this. If the person is not good enough for you to marry, you shouldn't have kids with them.
Hello.
There's something missing and lacking, whether in you, which means you shouldn't have kids with anybody.
Yikes.
Or with them, meaning that they are not the type of person that should have kids right now.
Right.
Which it doesn't actually matter which side of that coin you fall on. Y'all listen to them if y'all want to, but not bump that. Don't listen to no celebrity. Them jokers don't know what the hell they talking about. They live in a whole nother world. There's a reason why when we give stats and stuff like that, we exclude people like her. Now, if she want to give me advice on how to do a run, if she want to give me advice on how to break into the music industry, if maybe she got some good business, maybe her money right, and she could give me, those are things that she may, well, I don't know about but how to get into the industry and how to sing. Those I know for sure. The other ones maybe not. I don't know. Okay. If she want to give me that stuff, that's what she did. I listened to her all day. Yeah, go ahead. How you do that run? No, that was wrong. How you did it? It was F and then G. Okay. All right. I'm gonna listen to her all day because she can sing. I'm gonna listen to her all day if she's telling me how to break into the music industry as a woman because it's different. And she might even have some stuff for a guy too. Things to avoid and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm gonna listen to her when it comes to kid. What? Bruh. That's like me sitting here having a conversation with Future and be like, yeah, man, how we got to do this, dog? Yeah, I want family. What you got? I'm gonna go to Future? Come on.
Nope.
Come on, y'all. Please.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yo, I'm done. She done. We done. Lord have mercy.
Yo, comment down below your thoughts. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just the buffoonery.
It's at an all-time high.
Yes.
It's amazing. But I honestly, I don't expect anything more considering where she comes from. People in those industries, the arts industries, they different over there. And to be honest, if I was living in that world still, I don't know. I might have a completely different take on what she said.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I'll tell you right now, the way that we talk to each other is very different. Well, I know I had church too.
I was going to say,
which is a big thing.
You wouldn't have had that.
Yeah, I had church. You're right, because I had church. I had church. But that artistic side, it opens you up because you're like,
I get that.
We shouldn't tell anybody about how to live. They should be free to do what they want. Yeah, you're free to eat them consequences too.
Yeah, that part.